Not long ago, in a region called Tano, the good news about Jesus began to spread. The people of that place were filled with joy when they received this good news, and a church was born as they began to follow Jesus. The church grew and the people's lives were changed. But there were also difficulties. The people heard the good news in their language and received a few Bibles in the trade language of that land. When they tried to learn more about Jesus and his teaching, they found the words in the trade language Bible difficult to understand. Some of the people worked hard to understand the Bible and share it with others, but some were discouraged and began to give up. The leaders of the church were concerned and began to pray, "Holy God, please help us to understand your word and show us how to strengthen your church." Some time passed, and one of the leaders traveled to the neighboring region of Mai for work, where he hoped to visit the church of that region. When this leader returned home, he brought a wonderful report. He had met some believers that were part of the church in Mai, and they were working on translating the Bible from the trade language into their own language. The Mai church had been blessed by this effort and was growing stronger. When the Tano church heard this report, they gave thanks to God for this encouraging news and began to wonder if the Mai church could be the answer to their prayers. Would the Mai be willing to translate the Bible for the Tano? The Church of Tano prayed over two of their leaders and sent them to Mai. They would ask the Mai to consider translating the Bible for the Tano. When the Tano leaders arrived in Mai, they were warmly welcomed by the church, as though they were a part of their own family. The church refreshed the weary travelers with a meal and listened to their story with great interest. "We have heard that you are translating the Bible into your language, and that this work is strengthening the church here in Mai. We have come to ask, will you please translate the Bible for our people in Tano as you have for your own here in Mai?" There was a pause as the Mai leaders looked at one another knowingly. Then one of them spoke up gently and said, "No, we cannot do this work for you." As he paused, the Tano leaders felt surprised, disappointed, and alone. They had hoped the Mai would be God's answers to their prayers. But the Mai leader continued reassuringly, "We cannot do the work for you, but we can help to equip you to do the translation yourself. We have learned that Jesus prayed that his church would be one. We understand that you are our brothers and sisters. It would bring us great joy to share with you what we have learned so that you can translate the Bible into your own language." The Tano leaders were encouraged, but also confused. How could this be? We are not translators. We are not qualified for this work. The Mai leader said to them, "We felt that way at first as well, but do not be afraid. The Lord is with you, and we are with you as well. You do not need special permission to do this. In truth, God began a good work in you, and he will surely carry it on until it is completed. We will work alongside to help you the whole way and introduce you to others who can help you as they helped us." With many other words and stories, the Mai church encouraged the Tano leaders. The next day, they spoke again about what this work would entail, prayed for the Tano leaders, and assured them that they would help them to complete this important work. The Mai leaders made plans to travel to Tano very soon and help them to begin the work. As the Tano leaders journeyed home, they were greatly encouraged by what they had learned. When they arrived home, they shared the news with the church and were eager to begin translating one of their favorite stories from the Gospel of Luke. There was a growing sense of hope as the Tano embraced a simple but important truth. We can translate the Bible.